Yo, I haven't seen you in ages. How is your mum, big man? As you can see in our background here, we have gone for a very minimal look today. Ever since we've done the clothing purge, my rail has gone completely bare. I can literally count less than 10 items on that rail, so now has never been a better time to secure the bag and go shopping, which swiftly brings me to the title of the video: streetwear shopping tips, how to buy streetwear. It's a working title, but basically I want to share some of my shopping tips. But wait, before we jump into the video, I just want to give a big massive shout out to today's sponsor, shoptagr. It's basically a shop assistant Google Chrome extension. You download it, it lives on your browser as a handy little button that you can use on any clothing website. To use shoptagr, all you do is go shopping online as you would normally do. If you see any item you like, press the shoptagr button. It saves all of your items in one place, and from there you can organize your items into lists. The great thing about shoptagr is that it notifies you if an item you've saved has gone on sale, or if it's sold out, it will notify you if it's back in stock, and they do this via email or push notification if you have the app. That sounds amazing. How do I get shoptagr on my Google Chrome browser? I'm glad you asked. So to get shoptagr, go onto their website, press the get started button. You can either sign up with Facebook or an email address. Once you've done that, you will get taken to your brand new dashboard, and from there you can get the button and add the extension to Chrome. It is that easy. I personally like shoptagr because it's free, it's super convenient to use. I like the idea of organizing everything into lists and the idea of having all of your items from different websites in one place. Now, if this is something you like the sound of, then you can check out shoptagr by using the direct link in the description down below. Also, if you like what I'm doing and you want to support the channel, then please press the subscribe button, and if you want to get notified if I upload a brand new video, then press the little notification bell as well. So with all of the pleasantries out of the way, let's just jump straight into these shopping tips. The first shopping tip that I would give to people before even stepping foot in any store is to create a mood board and find your personal style. Now, in my opinion, this is very important from the get-go, simply because shops can be super distracting and it can be really easy just to buy something in a store, not really knowing what to do with it. Personally, I absolutely love mood boards. I think they're super important when it comes to finding your personal style, and you eventually come to a point when you've collected all of these images that you like. They don't even necessarily have to be fashion related, but after you've collected a certain amount of pictures, you can see an aesthetic forming. From here, you can kind of put together what kind of fashion you're into, and in turn gets rid of some of the distractions in the stores. The next shopping tip that I would give is to analyze your wardrobe, see what you actually need, make a list of clothes that you want using your mood board. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're basically making a shopping list. So you've made your mood board, you found your personal style. Now take all the information that you've gathered from your mood board and apply it to what you've actually got. Having a list can stop you from overspending and buying things you don't really need. So moving on to the next shopping tip, don't be afraid to try on new clothes and wear basic clothes when you go shopping. What I mean by this is, you're in the store, they've got a fitting room, you've got a bunch of items that you want to buy. It doesn't hurt to try them on. Also, it's a really good idea just to wear basic clothes that pretty much go with anything, just in case you want to buy a main piece, a standout piece that isn't going to clash with any of your other clothing. Black jeans pretty much go with more or less anything, and a black or white t-shirt just in case you want to get some bottoms, some trousers, some jeans, whatever. I know this one sounds like a no-brainer, but you don't understand the amount of times I have gone into a store with a coordinated outfit, but when I want to try something on, I'm in the fitting room and I throw myself off because the item that I'm trying on clashes with what I'm wearing. So make sure you wear neutral, simple clothes and get into that fitting room. So you're in the fitting room, you're wearing a proper loud piece, it goes sick with your neutral outfit, but now's the time to think, is this a long-term piece or a short-term piece? Now, what I mean by that is, the lifespan of clothes in people's wardrobes can vary depending on personal style and taste. For example, I can pick up an item of clothing, take a couple of pictures for Instagram, wear it out a couple of times, and in a couple of weeks it gets put up on the Depop page to be sold. Whereas on the other hand, I can pick up an item of clothing, and I can have it for years. This jumper is a perfect example. I've had it for 2 years. I absolutely love it. It's still in my rotation. So thinking to yourself when you're in the changing room, is this long term or short term, can really have an effect whether you want to buy it or not. Is it just a flex for the gram, or is it going to be in my capsule collection? Thinking about this from the get-go is quite a good idea. It's just good to be clear about what this item of clothing is to you, so when it comes to reanalyzing your wardrobe, you can get through it more effectively and move on to the next one and play a fun little game of keep or delete. So the final tip that I have for in-store shopping is do not get lost in the store. Like, don't get lost in the sauce. I'm simply mentioning this because when I first started, I was obsessed with hypebeast culture. I went into Supreme a lot, I went into Palace a lot. I would just be picking up pieces, worrying about how I'm gonna style them later. I was spending money unnecessarily just because I got lost in the store. They hypnotized me. So this one might be a little bit hard, but just keep a level head when you get into these stores. Don't become overwhelmed by these brands simply because you've seen them on the internet. If you wanna buy it because you know you want to buy it, that's absolutely fine. I'm just saying, don't waste your money and buy an item of clothing for the wrong reason. So now we are moving on to our online shopping tips. First shopping tip that I would give to shopping online is to press the shop all button, just so you can get an idea of the entire collection that online store has to sell. And it just takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you can potentially add some of this to your mood board to further construct your personal style. The second tip that I would give to online shopping is to always check for the model size and to know your own measurements so you can use the reference more effectively. There have been so many situations where I've gone online, seen an item of clothing that I like on a model, not knowing that this model is actually 8 foot tall. It's gone from cozy boys to straight up that does not fit you. The third shopping tip that I would give is to use shoptagr, just because if you're scrolling through a lot of websites, it can be quite hard to keep track of all of the items that you want to buy. So putting them all in one place can be super handy. You can further organize them by putting them in lists, and it just saves a lot of time. The fourth tip that I would give for online shopping is if you see an item of clothing that you want, but it might be a little bit too expensive, then check out marketplace sites such as Grailed, Depop, the ASOS marketplace, Facebook groups, eBay, just to name a few. If you see that brand new Burberry that you really like, you want to buy it, but it is way off budget, you might find that someone is selling it on one of these apps for a much cheaper price, simply because they want to get rid of it quickly. They're done with it, they want to move on to the next one. With most of these sites, you can haggle as well, which is really good. It's all about being a part of the community. Which brings me swiftly to my last tip of the day: rinse and repeat. Buy the item, do what you need to do, and sell it on. Now, this is pretty much the part 2 of the long-term / short-term buy. If you want to make space in your wardrobe, if you're done with that item of clothing, it's time to sell it on. Now, a lot of influencers do this. They buy an outfit, stomp for the gram, sell it on, use that money to buy another outfit, and that is just a rough life cycle there. This shopping tip is really good if you want to keep your wardrobe fresh at all times. It also keeps the costs down. If you're not attached to an item of clothing and it's just taking space in your wardrobe, you might as well sell it, move on to the next one. It's a harsh reality. And those were my shopping tips: how to buy streetwear, working title. I hope you've taken something useful away in today's video. If you've picked up a brand new tip that you're gonna try, if you've got your own useful shopping tips, then please leave them in the comment section down below. Again, if you like what I do, you like these videos, then please press that subscribe button. If you want to get notified of when I upload a new video, then press the little bell icon as well. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a dislike. And that's it. Bye. I have been seen.